So between the Tortuga Music Fest, Fort Lauderdale Beach, the big Trump golf tournament down at Doral in Miami, the senior golf tournament going on in Boca up around Broken Sound, plus all the venues and everything we got, I should be able to make $300 today. But you know what? It's 12:18, and I'm so far behind the 8 ball again, dude. This is getting to be tiresome, but it's okay. We got the Tesla. We are almost charged up. Listen, I came in at 5% battery. Right? I was hurting so bad. I didn't want to charge last night. Look at that. Look at that price. $15.63, and we still got 15% to go. I didn't bother to charge last night. I did go out and try to work last night. I got one request. I didn't go gallivant around, but I did keep my eye on where the high targeted surge areas should be. And you know what I didn't see? Didn't see the surge. So why put up with the hassle if there's no surge? Anyway, we know the deal. This is the Tesla rideshare vlog. We do Uber and Lyft in a Tesla model, and we try to make $300 on Saturday, $200 on Sunday, get to our $500 goal every weekend. And every weekend I've been able to hit that goal. But every weekend I say the same thing. I don't know if I'm going to hit it today. I don't know if I hit it tomorrow. I say these things because I look at context, right? And this is what you should be doing in your markets. I check out Friday night. No surge. Tortuga, no surge. And it was the big guy, jelly bean, jelly bun, jelly roll, whatever the hell his name is, right? He was the headliner last night. Didn't see no surge out there. So, you know, it is what it is. We're going to stick to our game plan. We'll adjust as we go. And yeah, might not be a lot of talking in today's vlog. Might be just a lot of sights and sounds of South Florida. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's go! By the way, y'all see that, right? I found a dime on the ground, but you see its tail's up. And when its tail's up, you don't touch it. You don't touch it when its tail's up. It needs to be heads up. Tails up is bad luck. $20 on charging took us from 5% battery to 80% battery. The app is on. Let's go make some money, y'all. It ain't gonna be easy, but we gotta go get it. Know what I'm saying? Let's go get it. So if y'all remember last week, we had a bunch of reserve trips to get us started. Even though they weren't the best, you know, it wound up being like $50 before I got that big reserve banger that we took care of, right? It was an awesome start to the Saturday and put us up around, I don't know, 170, 150, 170, something like that. I don't remember. But the point is I had those reserve rides. I have no reserve rides today. As a matter of fact, the last 3 or 4 days, I have not received many, if any, reserved requests. So I don't know what's up with that. Am I all of a sudden not on the good side of the reserve people? Because I do 90% of the reserve requests that I accept. We're going to find out. We are headed north. We are on I-95. We just passed the most dangerous, or I shouldn't say the most dangerous, the most deadly section of highway in the United States. That's right. That's a fact. I think it's 17 or 18 deaths in that little 2-mile stretch. I don't know why, but it is what it is. We are going to go up to, for my local folks, we're going to go up to Commercial, make a right, head to US 1, and then start trekking north to our usual stomping ground. We will have on Lyft Black, Lyft Comfort, Uber Premier, and Uber Comfort to start the day. Right now, I got on Uber Premier, so I don't expect anything, but there ain't nothing on the map, and I'm not getting any reserve requests. All right, we got our first 2 rides in. One ride was they were both Premiers. The first one was like $22. to go like 25 minutes south. They were going to the Tortuga, but they were going to catch the water taxi, which was good for me. So, but it wound up going up to from 22 to 26 because it took a little while longer. See, Uber does adjust. And then they threw me $11 tip. So $38 on that first ride. Then I caught a $7 Premier minimum that went like a half a mile. The odd thing was, when the couple got in the car for the half mile ride to Shooters, the guy was like, yes, a Tesla. And the chick was like, shut up. So apparently they got a split household. One likes the Tesla and Elon. The other doesn't. I don't know what to tell you. I tried to dummy up because I didn't feel like getting bopped in the back of the head because she sat behind me. But I could tell by the conversation she wasn't happy. Anyway, great. I know they'll have a good time. Anyway, we are headed back north now, trying to make some money, man. We're at $45.14 against $100 in expenses. Yeah. So we're at 5 trips for $111.88. Had an interesting ride. It came up $46 Premier to go back towards Tortuga. And so I picked a couple up and was going to run them down. But then they realized how much traffic was sitting in front on the highway or on the A1A down there, Fort Lauderdale Strip. That's what Tortuga is, a big country music festival. 3 days, you get about 100,000 people a day there, and it's on the beach, on the world famous Strip. So traffic is dude, it's a parking lot. So they went ahead. I suggested, I said, hey, catch a water taxi. And it was like, hey, that's an idea. And so they did. I took them to the hotel that I took the people previous to them to the hotel. And they go right onto the water taxi. The guy was like, man, I can get a beer while we're waiting. I can take a piss, blah, blah, blah. The wife was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll get a margarita, whatever the hell she... Anyway, that's where I took them. It worked out. Now, the original ride was $46. It got reduced to $34. But I'm okay with that. You know why? Because that $12, it saved me 30 minutes in sitting in traffic to drop them off. And then, how much ever time it was going to take me to get out of there. And, of course, as I was leaving the area, they kept sending me little Premier trips, $7, $8 Premier trips, to go back into that hellhole. Nope, we got out of Dodge. We're good to go. Like I said, 111.88 right now. We're at 36% battery. So, I did finally pick up a reservation ride, $33 at 6 o'clock. It's a short ride here. Let me bring it up real quick. $33 is going to take me 27 minutes to drop off, and it's like 10 miles. That works. We'll make the money. But that's the only thing that's worth taking today. They sent me 2 or 3 reservation rides, but they just were not good. They were not good rides. All right, well, we are right back where we started this morning, or I should say this afternoon. Remember, we got online about 12:15. It is 7 o'clock now. We are at 212 in change. We got 2 rides. This is why I always say people can have the best strategy in the world and it can mean absolutely nothing. I didn't have 1 luck ride. I had 2. And let me explain to you. So I get an original ride from in Boca, from a mall to another mall. Okay? It was a $15 ride. When we get to the location, the young lady asked me, can you wait for me? I'm going to run and grab a dress, come back out, and then can you take me home down to Lighthouse Point? I'm like, yeah, sure. Ain't nothing going on, right? And I knew that I could do this ride. And remember, I had that scheduled ride for $33 coming up at 6 o'clock. So I get her to the house, and she comes back in. I wait. We change the location, blah, blah, blah. We get her squared away. Nice conversation, beautiful person. We talk crypto and everything else. Done with the ride, pays out. I believe that one was 36 and change. Tell you right now. 38.64. Okay. And then from there, I get her dropped off. Then I get the scheduled ride to pop up. So I go there. I get in, waiting on Miss Lisa. Start the trip. I give her the address. She says, no, we're not going to Del Rey. We're going to the Hard Rock Casino. Do you mind making a change? No, I don't. Why would I do that? Anyway, we make the change. Now that trip goes from $33 to $62. It's not that I did anything different. I got lucky that these rides changed. So we're at 212 right now. Still got another 100 to go for the goal. It's 7 o'clock and I needed to charge up again. So this looks like it's going to hit about $17. We're at $15.93 right now, 71. So what's that going to put us at? We were already at 100. So put us at 117, 120 because I did buy a Coke. 120 in expenses for the day versus 212 earnings. We'll see how the rest of this night goes. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. All right, so we hit the goal. 30109. Did it in 10 trips, and it took about 10 hours. I shut the app off at about 10:20 tonight and was cruising down to see if something popped up. And nothing really popped up. And to be honest with you, I'm not feeling good. Got a headache, and I need to eat. So we're going to call it a night. 10-hour day, 30109. Really good rides today. A lot of really good people. You know, I did have one that I was a little worried. You know, they said he had been drinking a little bit, but he was fine. We didn't have any problems there. And, you know, I told him where the bags were. So there's that. Anyway, y'all be cool, be safe. I'll get this edited up. You guys should see this tomorrow, which is Sunday. But you know what I'm noticing? Every weekend, we're getting there. We're hitting that Saturday goal. And I can probably stay out and make another $50, $60, $70. But my head is pounding. But we're getting there differently. And something good has to happen to get there differently every week. I don't know. It is what it is. We keep moving forward. Thank you, Lord, all day long, twice on Sunday. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace, love, and happiness.